as the Abbasid Dynasty. Hold on a second. What is going on here? I pressed the wrong button. I started recording for some moment. Like it's just a habit. So Spartan playing as the Abbasid Dynasty in the color blue against Maslak 191. So it's like interesting matchup. One matchup that can go very. They tend to go very aggressive. Oh, I didn't have the golden eye for 14 minutes 15. Yeah, that's a little bit too much. I think I did forgot. But anyway, Spartan playing as the Abbasid against the Chinese. Usually in this kind of matchup, I will say favor to Abbasid just because of the timings and because of the easier farm transition. So what usually happens here is that you maybe wanna go 2TC and then you wanna go Castle Age. And if Chinese go 2TC and then go Castle Age as well, they're gonna make it slower than you because they need the Song Dynasty. So that gives you plenty of room to just go Castle Age before them and put a lot of pressure here. Now, another option, obviously, is to be their ass in the Feudal Age. Now, I don't like to play against China in the Feudal Age just because they have Trigunu. And Abbasid doesn't have anything special in the Feudal Age. It becomes really cool in the Castle Age, but in the Feudal Age they just have everything normal. Nothing special except for some Spearmen that have some extra range attack. But other than that, like, I think this matchup is pretty favored to Abbasid. Now, I don't think, like, it really... this kind of matchups, like, it really doesn't matter in this league. Like, we're in the Golden League. So, why it doesn't matter? Usually, it's because a lot of people tend to forget about creating villagers and this kind of stuff. So they cannot really blame the Civ, but but themselves. But it happens. For me, at least, I tend to forget about the villagers when I go 3TC. It's like, it's just harder to macro. It's something I'm getting better at, and I'm just in like Diamond 1 or 2. So it happens. It does happen, especially when there is a lot of pressure. But anyway, let's take a look at Maslak 191. I already have the village next to the berries, beautiful stuff. Garrison just in case, and we see the military wing coming for Spartan. Honorable Abbasid player, I respect that. I wouldn't go for this kind of wing in this match, but if you want to go for it, there are definitely some places that you can attack. You can attack here, for example. You can attack here at the gold, a little bit in the back, but still it's a point of entry. Also, that's something that Maslak did that is not really recommended against aggressive Civs, but because of Abbasid, you don't really expect them to be super aggro at the beginning. You normally want to put the mill here, just so that in case these units come, like they, you know, the mill it's not exposed. So you can see here, like this is already outside the range of the TC. If I put my units here, I start shooting, you're gonna lose the foot. So that's something to keep in mind. So Spartan already there, house ready, got that upgrade, beautiful real estate. And now let's see where he's gonna go now. Stable. We're gonna see a very aggressive Abbasid style. Now, Abbasid, it's very good in the Feudal Age as well. It's just, I guess it's just harder to execute. Yeah, military, exactly. I guess it's just harder to execute, just because you need a lot of micro, and when you do a lot of micro, you tend to forget about the important stuff that is a macro, like where to allocate your villagers, spending your resources, constantly producing villagers and military. That's pretty much goes into the macro category. Maslak rushing with 14 villagers here. You gotta take a look at your build order, my friend. This age up is very, very slow. It's very, very slow. But he does have enough for the Song Dynasty now, if he wants to go for that Barbican. He can put it here. Actually, Barbican here is a beautiful spot. You can just protect the deer, protect the berries, protect the food here, the stone, a little bit of food. Barbican here, 10 out of 10 spot. Meanwhile, Spartan says, Barbican this, my friend. I'm gonna just build a battering ram and I'm gonna push here. And this village, it's just gonna be the first target, I believe. There used to be this kind of village in China a lot. There is a province where I can actually go and check this kind of village. They don't only have like people living here, they have like restaurants, hospitals, they have like everything. It's like a small city, which is a very, very nice touch. Looks like Barbican coming here. No, not like this, my friend. Not like this Barbican next to the town center. It's gonna deal with the battering ram first. Spartan not really paying attention. Gonna lose this, but horsemen are already backstabbing here some villagers. Barbican with 18 villagers. Who's gonna be rushing it? All right, so Barbican, you want to put it here. You want to put where your food resources are, preferably where you can get the most out of it, because China tends to run out of food really fast, just because their villagers are faster, which he's not producing. Anyway, Spartan. He is producing villagers, so Maslak needs to produce villagers constantly, and that's a lot of food because he's 15 seconds each villager. So you need a lot of food, and because your farm transition is very expensive, you gotta secure as many food sources as you can. But looks like he's gonna be having a blast here. Quite a lot of villagers on food, I will say. Meanwhile, Spartan, a little bit of a better macro. Looks like a little bit of a fake aggression. Just by looking at this, you have like 8 on gold. Like you want to get all the upgrades like as soon as possible. Or you may wanna... You wanna go Castleish. And I think he wants to go Castleish now. He's not producing any more units, just building more rams. Just to put a little bit more pressure. Now this base... I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be very hard to push. Even though he's not protecting much other than the sheep and the town center. Just battering rams against Barbican and town center is just not gonna be enough. You're just gonna lose everything. So might as well put the... There is a point of entry here. Let's take a look at the Spartan's point of view. Look what he has. What is the intel? No intel whatsoever. Scout here. He noticed about the Barbican. Says, alright, we going in, boys. At the same time, it's gonna go for a fast age up. Couple of battering rams here. Meanwhile, archery range created by Maslak, but no units created whatsoever. So if you want to create something, you gotta spend your resources. You can 4 Chugunus can deal with this easily. 4 or 5 Chugunus. That's all you need to deal with this annoyance. And you know, these battering rams are really annoying at the moment. You don't have any military to work with, so the Spartan is just gonna push here. Alright. Village needs to be safe, never mind. Village goes down. At the same time, Spartan, a little bit busy with the battle. He's gonna go for the economic wing now. And that's a good thing about these leaks, is that you can actually see what's going on. If Maslak, even if you put a Barbican here, you just create units. Like the most important thing you need to do in this league is just to create units. Like if you have some units, like he has some horsemen here, so you may want to add some spearmen. But in general, you can have a lot of Chugunus already. And look, he's going for stone for some reason. Like he may be trying to go for a second town center. That's not a good play. That's not a good play for sure. And just consider that both of you are in one town center. So you are ahead. You don't need to hurry. Your economy will be better. So you just need to defend at this point. And Spartan, obviously putting some pressure with minimum effort. To be honest, this is very cheap army. He's causing so much trouble here. Take down. He took down one village, gonna take down another one, and he's causing a lot of idle time. Looks like Maslak also wants to go for a fast castle. Says, you know what? He wants to kill me. I'm gonna go castle. That's the way. I used to do that a lot, actually. Especially when I start playing Abbasid. Village, no matter what, it's gonna thrive. Archer, forget the life of this villager, never mind. And there you go. Castle Age goes for Spartan. Is Maslak gonna go for Castle Age as well? That's a good question. You can see he's like, I don't know what to do. Imperial Palace in the back of the base just to check the resources on the back. Beautiful. Meanwhile, Mosque already here, ready to grab some relics. Love that. And at the same time, Fertile Crescent, Bootcamp, and Knights and Golems are coming right into your base. Now he's going... That's a big exodus of villagers. That's a big mass of villagers. Now the good thing is he's getting all the taxes, so he knows about this. He knows that to get the most value out of your food, you can put all the villagers in one resource. That's a little bit risky, but that's how you play Chinese most of the time. You want to put as many villagers as possible in one resource so you can collect the taxes. Meanwhile, Golems are coming. No range armor yet, as he has a blacksmith. There you go, +1 range armor coming soon. Meanwhile, Spartan just... You know, he had a plan. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna scare him. And then I'm gonna age up. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what is gonna happen now. And now Maslak has a lot of food. Very little production buildings to use it. Like when you have a lot of food, it's like, what am I using the food for? Is it gonna be palace guards? Is it gonna be knights? You know, you need production buildings. So, is there a walk of shame to just, you know what? I'm just gonna pull all this, gonna grab back to wood because I need a lot of production. I need knights, I need barracks, I need a lot of stuff, and I don't know, like, I cannot produce them if I don't have the buildings in the first place. So obviously he's super safe here. He does have the Imperial Palace. Let's take a look at this vision. Beautiful. Scout the berries and the gold in the back. Can't get better than that. Meanwhile, the Lancer, Spartan already sending some units here. Gonna be trying to cause some damage. And at this point, you just want to cause damage wherever you can. If you're playing like 1TC aggression, like this is already very good for Spartan. He's kind of like taking down some villagers. Like he shouldn't be afraid with these units. He already have +1 range armor. +1 range attack coming as well. Looks like he's gonna make some crossbows. But Maslak doesn't know how to create units. He's actually going to Imperial at this point. It's like, you know what? I have the food. I just need the gold. And I put a Great Wall Gatehouse. And my base will be extremely safe. Now, this outpost is is with upgrades. So they do quite a lot of damage. They do 25 each. They're quite heavy. But they're gonna go down. Eventually. Spartan already with 1 relic. 1 more here. Guy says, let me appreciate this beauty before I put it here. And another big mass of villagers running away. Oh my god. Maybe he just wants a keep. And guess what? He will have it. Or not. Yeah, it looks like there is enough stone here. It's gonna mine that stone like in 1 second. Meanwhile, Spartan, the good old-fashioned, a couple of battering rams around his base. Look at Mass' point of view. It's like, okay, I'm getting pushed. This is not very good for me. Look at Spartan point of view. It's like, I'm the one attacking, and he is not creating a single unit. Is he gonna build a keep? is he gonna spend the resources? Because at this point, everything... Oh, there you go! You got the Lancers! That's right, Maslak. That's right. That's right. That's the right move. And he's supervising it. You just need a little bit of houses here. And that's it. That's all you need to do. If you just create military units, guess what? They fight for you. And they can't kill you. They can't kill you if you have military units. If you don't have anything, pretty much the game is over. Because they will just go to your base and there's no one to deal with them. Especially in the castle age. Now he lacks a little bit of gold. Spartan has too much wood. That's a problem that usually there is in this league. People tend to grab a lot of wood. I had this problem myself not so long ago. I got Falcon, one of our community members who shares some games from time to time. He's a Conqueror 3 player. He told me, you know what, you're using too much wood. And that's something that you don't put too many on wood. Just go for more food. Keep pumping units. And this is what happens when you just have too much wood. Then either you just build a lot of production buildings or you just do something with it. But usually you want a lot of food. Looks like Spartan is going for the Giga push here, and Maslak is like, you know what? I just need more resources, and he's gonna go for the gold here, very far from the base. Still has a lot of gold here. He's like one resource at a time. This guy's like one resource at a time. He understands the Chinese more than you think. He grabs all the resources with the taxes, so he gets insane amount of economy. Look at the gold per minute. It's gonna skyrocket to maybe 1,000 something at this point. And now we're talking. Now he's saying, you know what? I'm gonna build more knights. But he's not supervising those, so they're taking a while. If you wanna do this with only one, oh, there you go. You have another one. Now that's an army. That's an army. Now there are veteran spearmen here, so you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Looks like Maslak it's a guy who believes in sticking to one thing, sticking to one resource at a time, one unit at a time, one thing at a time. You cannot just split. Split is not the name of the game. You can't split here. Knights arrive. Now they're gonna take down the battering rams. One battering ram goes down, but now the spearmen arrive. Thus Maslak knows that the spearmen will melt the knights. I suspect he doesn't. 7 spearmen already there. Look at this. Look at the HP of the knights. Knights going down slow but steady. The spearman just doing quite a lot of damage. He's building more and more knights. But now Spartan overwhelming the opponent with infantry units. Knights, crossbows, golems, spearmen, everything. You got everything here. Meanwhile, he's gonna suck the gold here. It's like, actually, now I don't have food. I'm just gonna go with all the villagers to one resource. Is he? I don't know. I don't know. Like, he wants to go for another resource. He knows he needs food. Is he selling? I think he's selling food. Barbican goes down, but now the infantry arrive next to the town center. Actually, since when he made a second town center? Alright guys, you don't make a second town center when the opponent wants to kill you. That's pretty much telling him like, I want to die. This is like a death wish. You don't go for a second town center. You don't need more villagers. What you need is an army. You already have more villagers. You just need to spend your resource wisely by making the right unit. And Lancers, while it's a very good unit overall, it's very bad when there's a lot of spearmen there. Let's go for another food resource, but oh my god, Spartan takes the game here. Guys, welcome to the Gold League. And there were a lot of things to observe here, to be honest.